Look at this. You got Bombay Bhel, Yoghurt Puri, Pani Puri, Pav Bhaji, Keema Pav, Punjabi soup. Unbelievable. I might have to spend a week here. What's your name?
Shad.
Chef Shad.
Yeah.
All right, brilliant.
So this is our Bombay Bhel here at Chit Chaat Chai. So we use Sentinel Rock. So good little handful. Just standard boiled potatoes. That goes in. Go with a tablespoon of pomegranate. Spoon of red onions, that's chopped brunoise. You saw me cutting that earlier on. And then a little sprinkle of coriander. And we have a little ratio that we stick to. So this is red chili and garlic chutney. So we put just under 1 full spoon of that. Obviously I'm using a full spoon. Then your standard tablespoon, that's a dessert size spoon, but all chefs love them because they're a bit bigger. Your coriander chutney, so it's coriander and lemon, and I put 2 squirts of that. And this is tamarind and date chutney that we make in house again.
Excellent.
So put 2 spoons of that. Now give everything a nice good vigorous mix. Obviously the whole point of the dish is actually the chutney is really that gives all the flavours, and we're just actually blending texture to it from the served potatoes and so on. So then we get a bell cone, or what we call our bell cones. Try and make it a little bit sort of street, and play about with it. I mean, I've never actually been to the beaches in India. I actually haven't even been in India yet. So
they put a little cone of a newspaper cone, don't they, on the beaches? Yeah.
Our nylon surf.
All right, so the nylon surf is a very fine.
Yeah, very fine, as you can see, like from here.
Yeah.
Compared to, let me just put that down 1 second. So, I mean, compared to your 2 different sets, you can tell the blatant difference. But this also just gives like really nice texture to it.
Brilliant.
Plus, it looks really pretty. Very dainty.
No, this really does make the difference in the taste.
Let me just edit that bit out, so at least you got a nice clean cone.
Excellent.
There you go. And then all I do is just garnish the whole thing. A little bit of pomegranates here and around. A little bit of coriander. Bob's your uncle, there you go.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
So this is the Yoghurt Puri here at Chit Chaat Chai. So basically with that, we use the same puri shells that we did with the Pani puri shells.
Yes.
And the same filling, but the addition to this is that it has the chopped red onions, and you'll see the differences as well as I go along.
Excellent.
So, as I said previously, this is we make everything in house. So the mixture itself is chickpea, boiled potatoes, red chili powder, chaat masala, and lemon juice. Obviously a little bit of salt. Everything does a bit of salt.
Excellent.
So now we've got this all in here. What we do is then we get a little bit of our chopped red onions, and we put it in. Now you can actually mix this beforehand. There won't be any issues with that. The reason we don't do it here is because obviously we've got 2 dishes out of the one, so that's what we keep it separate. Chop it fresh every day. So here we just got natural plain yogurt. It's just been strained, and I've whipped it up to make it nice and silky smooth. So we put good generous squirt, 1, 2. So good 2-second squirt. Then we go with our homemade tamarind and date chutney.
See you later then. It's nice. Thank you very much. Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you, brother.
See you later.
And then our homemade coriander chutney. So then we take some more of our fine nylon, Chef, as you've seen before on our Bhel Puri. The reason we do add this is to give it a bit of a texture. So you get a nice little additional crunch when you're biting down to it. Same thing with the onions as well. Then just take some of our finely chopped coriander. So in a French kitchen or French industry, we would say this is a chiffonade cut. And then topped off with a few pomegranates. Gives it a better colour, makes it look pretty, but also adds another dimension to it. And that is our yogurt pudding.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Chef.
Bar free.
Alright.
So it's actually been pre-made, but in the batter is just a mixture of gram flour, a little bit of salt, coriander, chili powder, and that's it. A little bit of cold water and just vinegar basically.
Excellent.
Then I have already pre-made, but I'll explain what goes in there, is our Vada mix. So basically in here we've got a mixture of our boiled potatoes that we've mashed down.
Yeah.
Obviously we've taken the skin off, mashed it down. Then after we've done like a taka. So we've heated up our oil, very high temperature. And then we've fried off curry leaves, some mustard seeds, a little bit of coriander seeds, and turmeric.
Yeah.
Fry that all off, add it to the potato while still hot, mix it, and this is our Vada power mixture, so the filling. So now what we do is I'm going to just make a good sized ball. The key to this is actually to make your balls tight. So because we're going to fry this, we don't want it to break apart. So now I just dip it in my batter.
How long do you cook it for?
So now this will cook for around 3 minutes. Basically, we want the color on the outside, but we also want to heat up the potatoes and everything inside.
Brilliant.
So what we do is, whilst that's cooking, we'll just move over to the next step. So the next step is, I take one of our lovely pals. So the pals that we're using here are brioche buns. I actually suggested to use these, just because it will be slightly different to just your traditional normal buns. Obviously with the brioche buns, it's got a little bit of a sweeter note, which also actually helps with the dishes. So just put a towel on.
Fantastic.
Just use that to warm it up. This is just melted butter. So I'll brush some melted butter. Obviously, you don't need to use melted butter. Just your butter straight out your fridge, spread it on, and then put it on a hot pan as well. It gives you the same effect. So as you can see, we're starting to get a bit of colour, but I'm going to leave it for another minute just to ensure that the centre is fully hot.
Yeah.
Last thing we want to do is make all these great foods and then serve them cold. just slightly toasted. Get like some nice bar marks, and obviously this will always darken a bit. You might look like it's burnt, but this is actually just the natural sugars in the bouillon. But starting to do its job, which is caramelized. There we go.
Brilliant.
As you can see, nice and crispy. Exactly what we're looking for. So going back to our red chili and garlic chutney, again, like I said, make this in-house. So we just put a little blob of that on. So that's my inner chef coming up. Even though it doesn't get seen, I still do it to make it look pretty.
No, of course, man.
So yeah. And now what we've done is we just flatten it a little bit. So a little bit of coriander chutney. What I tend to do is just put it on one side. It will still trickle over, but at least people can see what's going on in there as well. We're not hiding everything. So from there, then I'll just put a little bit of my fresh red onions on. A little bit of fresh coriander. And these are just, I don't know what you say, I guess bundis maybe.
That's exactly
So basically that's just the batter that we've used for this. Instead of dipping it, we've just fried it. And this, the reason we do this is just to give another added texture.
It gives a nice crunch.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That's the whole point.
Fantastic.
And then finish off with a fresh green chili that's been fried.
Excellent. That looks perfect. Thank you very much.
No problems.
God bless.